If you had a choice between becoming a millionaire or being poor, you would obviously choose to become a millionaire. Yet, it is people's desire to become a millionaire that actually keeps them poor. Here's the problem. When most people want to become a millionaire, they want to become a millionaire very quickly. Yet, most self made millionaires do so slowly over time, by over time, very slowly building up an investment portfolio or a business. Most self made millionaires do not become millionaires overnight. It takes 10 years or longer to actually become a millionaire. Well, the good news is once you make your first million, it's usually much easier to make your second million. In fact, the average millionaire takes about 10 years to become a millionaire, and then they take about another 10 years to become a decamillionaire or worth 1 million to 10 million. Because the skills you learn to become a millionaire are very easily applied in growing your wealth and making it even more. So, what I want to do is show you how to become a millionaire by investing. The problem is, most people want to try to become millionaires very quickly, and so they take on extremely risky assets, things like options with single leg options that have the potential to 100x, but more often than not go to zero. And most beginning traders, when they get into options, they end up blowing up their accounts and losing all of their money. Or new traders will very often put their money into extremely risky stocks and extremely risky other assets, such as crypto, which then drops, and before they know it, they're broke. So rather than throwing all of your money into some hyped up growth stock that doesn't have any earnings and is in a ton of debt and is more likely to go bankrupt than become the next Tesla or Apple, it's probably best to slow down, focus on growing wealth slowly over time, and do what so many other millionaires and billionaires did to make money in the stock market. And believe me, investing is by far the best way to become a millionaire. There are more new millionaires from investing every single year than there are from any other industry. Finance and investing is the best way to become a millionaire. It's based upon a recent Forbes article that looked at the growth in the number of new millionaires. And the number one category of new millionaires came from the world of finance and investing. So based upon that, I'm going to show you what I've been buying in my portfolio to help grow it and get us to that millionaire status. Now, if you're new to this channel, you're not familiar, we have a portfolio called a Millionaire Club portfolio. And in this portfolio, we are essentially taking on the Warren Buffett style of trading, but also mixing in some John Templeton. And we are buying stocks that are undervalued, and we are holding them. We're going to sell them once they become overvalued. And we've been doing this for about 9 months now. And I'm going to show you where these value stocks stand. And I know we haven't given an update on the Millionaire Club portfolio in the past couple of weeks because I've been traveling and dealing with family stuff. So I'm going to take a time to go through the whole portfolio, show you where we currently stand, and show you some of the new stocks that we've added to the portfolio. The stocks that we currently have in the portfolio are kind of a mix of small cap, large cap, medium cap, and a wide variety of industries. It's a fairly well diversified portfolio. And those holdings include ALLY, Ally Financial, AMTD, which is AMTD Idea Group, ATLC, which is Atlanticus, C, which is Citigroup, CCRN, Cross Country Healthcare, CMC, Commercial Metals, CVX, Chevron, ECPG, Encore Capital Group, FINV, Finvolution, GM, General Motors, HDSN, Hudson Technologies, INVA, Innoviva, MMM, which is 3M, OXY, which is Occidental Petroleum, QFIN, which is QFIT Technology, TGNA, Tenga, VALE, Vale, WBA, Walgreens Boots Alliance, XOM, ExxonMobil, and ZIM, ZIM Integrated Shipping. So as you can see, it's a fairly well diversified portfolio. Now, let me show you what stocks I dollar cost averaged into on Friday, and these are going to be the most recent stocks that I think are the best stocks to buy now. And then we're going to go into a little bit more of a deep dive into some of the new stocks that we've added to this portfolio. The stocks I bought on Friday, which I would consider to be the 8 best stocks to buy now, include TGNA, Tenga, MMM, 3M, INVA, Innoviva, HDSN, Hudson Technologies, GM, General Motors, FINV, Finvolution, C, Citigroup, and ALLY, Ally Financial. By the way, if you want to know everything that I buy when I actually place the trade so that you can get in at the same time I do and follow along in this portfolio, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/realscottcurry. That's twitter.com/realscottcurry. And I post all of the trades that I make within minutes of making the trades right there on Twitter free of charge so that you can follow along in this portfolio. Now, let's talk about some of the new stocks we've added to the portfolio, and the first one is GM, General Motors. GM has a PE ratio of 5.58 compared to a sector average of 20.66, so it's about 75% undervalued based upon the PE ratio. Taking a look at the income statement, they have been profitable for each of the past 4 quarters, and most importantly, their profits are increasing year over year. Now, taking a look at the balance sheet, they have $98 billion in current assets and $90 billion in current liabilities. So they have about an $8 billion positive asset to liability ratio. My only real concern with GM is that their free cash flow is negative. They were negative $2.5 billion in the last quarter. Despite the negative free cash flow, I think the income statement and balance sheet were fairly strong. In addition to that, we've seen automakers across the board see increasing number of vehicles being delivered, which points to me of the fact that all automotive stocks are probably going to increase and grow. And because GM is so undervalued compared to the rest of the automotive stocks, I felt like GM was one of the best stocks to add to the portfolio. The next stock I added to the portfolio was MMM, which is 3M. MMM has a PE ratio of 10.32 compared to a sector average of 17.06. So the stock's about 40% undervalued. MMM is still suffering from some negative year-over-year earnings growth, but they have been positive for each of the past 4 quarters. MMM's current assets are just below $15 billion, and their current liabilities are around $10.5 billion. So they have about $4.5 billion more assets than they do current liabilities. Now, the one thing I really like about MMM is that their free cash flow has been positive for each of the past 4 quarters. So MMM is a very strong company. Financially, the stock has just been beat down lately. And I think because of that, this is a great time to buy. 3M is a very strong company, great company, really good financials. It's just a stock price about 40% undervalued, which means it's a good value stock to buy. And that's why I've added it to the portfolio. I also think that if they can turn things around and start becoming more profitable, that is to increase profits rather than decrease profits, we could really see the stock bottom out, turn around, and start going back up again. So that's another reason why I bought 3M and added that to the portfolio. Now, those are the 2 big stocks that I've added to the portfolio. Everything else has been a dollar cost average in. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, follow me on Twitter. The link is down in the description below. If you are looking for a broker to maybe add a new account so that you can join us and put this into a separate account, there are some incredible offers from both Webull and Moomoo. You can check those out on my platforms page at stockcurry.vip/platforms. That's stockcurry.vip/platforms. If you got a lot out of this video, then be a good friend and share this video on your social media pages so that others will know what stocks we're buying as well. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to see all of the Millionaire Club stocks, there's a playlist at the bottom of the homepage, which you can check out here.